Greetings and welcome to Unispirical Muse. And years ago, which is the backdrop of time, my mother tells me, when you look at us, you must shake your head. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, now I shake my head and I giggle. Really? Okay, so to me, life is easy if you let it and hard if you make it. It is the increments in life that you create your world. It's really simple. All right, so I call it practical, down to earth, common sense, common knowledge. Bottom line, I had lately, in the past 5 years, going through cancer stuff, 4 years of pain, a year of recouping. And when you're going through chemo and radiation and all that jazz, your memory gets separated so it doesn't dissipate. And dissipate means eliminate, gone, gone. It doesn't dissipate. It's just scattered. So you have to bring it back to center. And then that's where you learn. I figured out the other day, when you do videos and do writings and whatnot, and I've been doing it for many, many years, you see this stuff and you're like, wow, this is so cool. After you've been through something like that. And this is called people that are like on Alzheimer's. You lose. The memory's still there. It hasn't burned away, but you have to figure out how to bring it back into your being so you can become centered again. So if you document your life, it makes it easy. When you look at it, it's like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. When you see and hear this stuff, it's like, yeah, okay. So this is what I've done, like, I don't know, maybe 30 years, 40 years of my life. So then as I look at the videos and my writings, it's like, oh yeah, okay, I remember now. So as you do the collective of thoughts, you then create present moment. There's no such thing as yesterday nor tomorrow. It is today that counts in this moment in time. So when I put on my videos on my YouTube channel, basically it is recipes. So either I can say, these are my lectures, as if you're in a university, like ultimately, how boring is that? If you go into the philosophy, you will then see the philosophy of life, in which then what is part of metaphysics, because you're taking the different cultures of different ways of thinking, doing, seeing, saying, the whole 9 yards. So in the university, it is philosophy, which is in some cultures the philosophy of life, which is called metaphysics. Okay, now we jump forward into metaphysics of and in. There's two different worlds. All right, so I could say, I'm a reverend, so I could say that I'm giving my sermons. Okay, so you've got two different aspects. You can then be in the world of lecture, or you can be in the world of religions. I'm a clergy, not a clergyman, a clergywoman. And so this is why I'm a reverend. So I could say sermons or universities. So you get, your two different ways of thinking. Now, as a Gemini, you must learn that you are an air sign. If you're an air sign, you must ground yourself. When you're a child, everybody tells you what to do, what to think, what to say, blah, blah, blah. You then grow up, and who is your teacher? You are. Who is telling you when to go to bed at night? You are, because you are your parent. You are your teacher. You are your child. You are everything that you have learned how to be your being. No one is there to tell you what to do, what to think, what to say. You, in turn, have to learn how to create your being until it is actually helping you. You're learning how to create your self-esteem, your self-worth, self-love. Bottom line, what is that? It's reconnecting, which is what I teach in metaphysics, how to reconnect the mind, the body, the emotion, and the spirit into one being, which is the core being, which is the soul. The soul is the teacher to the spirit that is the student. The spirit is the teacher to the human that is the student. So, after having all of 5 years of my world just totally disappeared, and I have to recollect everything again to become balanced, most people would make a to-do list. No, I have a checklist. Okay, so out of my checklist, I have right now 16 items, but this is my checklist. And I'm just trying to figure out this freaking camera. Okay, here we go. It's a checklist, and of course everything is backwards. Yay. So, in the checklist, you put in there the things to accomplish, not to do. The checklist is things that I need to do and have finished. So this is what a checklist is. And one is like, I need to get graph paper to put on my pictographs, which will then go into the stickers I'm going to make to put onto the bonsai pots, because you have to have feng shui of all 5 elements in each room. So yeah, we got all these goodies. And a compiled list of herbs that I have and I need to get, and that will be a continuation. And as I go through it, then I'm learning to be a herbologist. Yay. Ology is the study of, whether you do anthropology, sociology, psychology, whatever ology is okay. So, you got to make your checklist. Years ago, I thought, well, this would be super cool. I just finished my PhD. Typically, when you are going to anything higher than a bachelor's, you're going into the educational field. Now, the educational field could be in religion, university. It's in the educational field. Now, you can have 2 types of education. One is the secular education, which is government intellect, government schooling, all right? Or you can have esoteric, which is knowledge brought forth from past lives into this life, which then you will find in cultures around the world, which has science implemented for the past 4,000 years, not like the baby science of the American Medical Association. I'm not knocking it. You want to go into, you do that. I'm an alternative doctor, because I then find my knowledge in other parts of the world, in other cultures, of how to heal, which is curing. And if you go to a medical doctor, he is treating. And guess what? That's cha-ching, folks, because if he's treating, that means you have to come back for more treatments instead of curing. Whole big different ballgame. So that's 2 different avenues. All right? When you learn how to reconnect mind, body, emotion, spirit into the core being, which is the 4 bodies of being, into the core being, which is the 5th body of being, then you will learn that is 5D, 5th dimension. For now, we are in the Earth's physical realm of the human 5 senses, which is 3D, 3rd dimension. You want to elevate into the 8th chakra, which is the spirit realm, which then will bring you into the 4D, 4th dimension, 5D, 5th dimension, and it goes on and on and up. And as most schooling, for some reason, sometimes I just don't get people. They teach each other What goes up must come down. Really? And in what world is that? No. What goes down must come up. It's the way of being. You learn the difference between being and doing. And these are the things that I teach. And when you learn the difference in the two, you then begin to understand. Guess what? Life is of animate and inanimate objects, all right? Animate is in the moment, in the emotion, in the being, okay, which is self. Now, in is in 3D, third dimension. When you are moving towards, of is above, 4D, fourth dimension, and on and up. And that is a whole nother world that medical science still hasn't comprehended yet, because it's pretty simple. We contain the past life DNA gene. It's only science doesn't know how to access that. So when you're learning to access that, you have to start with baby steps. And subscribe to my channel. Life is love. Love is life. Blessings from Reverend Lewis. And thank you for your support.